Lotus Squad, welcome back to Sage Lotus Tarot 888. And today I'm giving you guys another collective reading that I promised y'all on Monday. Okay, I know today that when I'm doing this is Wednesday. I'm a little bit late, but that is okay. Better late than never, because let's jump into these energies, girl. When I tell you that the downloads have been coming in hot, fresh, and ready, that's exactly what I mean. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and ask the cards because I'm going to try something new. Okay. I realize that I haven't been setting intentions directly on the cards. So, Archangel Michael, I ask that you please protect this reading and protect me before, during, and after this reading as well. Only divine messages can come through these cards. Holy Spirit, please give me a Celtic cross of the current energies for all zodiac signs and for the chosen ones. Please reveal the messages that we need to see and the best advice to navigate through these energies. Thank you so much. Now, with that said, you guys, now that the intentions have been set, okay, the downloads that I've been getting have been insane, okay, and it's been back to back. When I tell you it's been back to back, it's been back to back. Already we're seeing with the Strength card, okay, we are being patient and showing a silent sense of strength. We are showing that honesty is the best policy. And we have integrity. We're using our discernment, being patient when it comes to certain decisions that we need to make, certain decisions concerning the people that we decide to surround ourselves with, and even the decisions we make regarding the environments that we choose to be in. Now, getting back to these downloads, I'm going to shuffle this just a little bit more as I speak. I've noticed that the more I've been working on myself, self-improvement, self-care, working on self-esteem, self-confidence, self-awareness, self-development, okay? All of these things have now developed into certain people, places, and things that I've manifested. And the more I shift into positivity and self-improvement, self-development, etc., I'm starting to find that more like-minded individuals who also want to improve themselves and to better themselves, better their quality of life, and better their quality of relationships, better their quality of environments, etc. I'm starting to see the shift. And once it starts in the mind and then follows up with changes through our actions, we start to see this. The more we focus on taking our time and coming from a place of integrity, that's where the real magic happens. And although there have been some unexpected changes, things may not have been going in our favor at one time. There may have been some things that came to an end. Some of us may have decided, you know what, I'm going to have to put an end to some of these low vibrational patterns, low vibrational belief systems, low vibrational relationships, low vibrational content that I watch. And the list goes on. I've noticed that the shift is taking place, and it starts with the self. Now, granted, that may sound super cliche, and be that it may, it works. It is working for me. Actually putting my foot down when someone is trying to talk down to me, or trying to disrespect me in any way, or trying to gaslight me into thinking that I don't deserve what it is that I'm aspiring to be and that I'm striving to achieve. All of that has been removed. And that goes for content creators that speak ill of women, content creators that speak ill of people's looks, or talk about how much money someone does or does not have, or, gossip. None of that means anything. None of that edifies my spirit. None of that brings value to not only the person creating that type of content, but to the people that are viewing it. It has no substance. It doesn't improve the community as a whole, whether it's the YouTube community, whether it's the spiritual community, whether it is community in general. And the downloads that came once I started taking each step towards my goals, towards my greater and broader vision, once I removed those naysayers and low IQ sort of individuals, hate to say it, but it's just what it is. I realized I started to have a different outlook on myself and my life. And that's what I feel like you are doing. Chosen ones, I'm telling you. You're staying strong, even though things may not have been turning in your favor at one time, even when people may have, thrown their insecurities at you. Even when people felt like they needed to go out of their way to invalidate you and devalue you. You have taken the steps to focus on changing your belief systems, your attitudes to yourself, to those you surround yourself with, and to the environments and things you choose to indulge in. Leading us here, the Two of Wands. Again, going back to decisions, right? These things that we've been doing, chosen ones, and let me speak directly. And keep in mind, guys, this is for the collective. Okay? This is for the collective. But I'm going to point out especially to the chosen ones, because that's the direction that my spirit is leading me to. After discovering some things within myself, I felt like this would be a good opportunity to use my messages for not just the collective, but the chosen ones. And when I say that it leads us to this, we are making progress in some of these decisions that we've made, some of the changes that we've made. And the challenge is to speak your truth. Some of us may not have clarity on a situation. Some of you may be awaiting a decision in regards to a new job, new home, or even if you guys are working towards an entrepreneurial goal, or you're focused on something artistic and creative, a passion project, if you will. You're making progress, and you're realizing that slow and steady wins the race, and being patient in the grand scheme of things is in your best interest, and it's working for you. There may be some confusion because maybe you decided to sever ties with certain people that did not align with your bottom line. They didn't align with what it is that you're trying to achieve in life. They didn't align with the frequency that you are choosing to stay on, which is a positive, abundant, prosperous, joyful, fulfilling frequency. The realization of the importance behind managing what it is that you spend your focus, energy, attention, and time on has become center stage. And some people may be very confused about why you decided to cut them off. But that's not your concern to explain yourself anymore. Maybe at one time you used to spend all this time explaining yourself while you're making a decision of what you need out of a relationship, or what you're looking for, or what's not going right, or what have you. You finally reached a sense of clarity and you spoke your truth. And regardless of whether people approve of you or your message or not, you're still moving forward. And someone's confused as to why you're deciding to keep to yourself. You're no longer divulging certain pertinent information concerning your next move and concerning what it is that you're working towards trying to achieve. What you have to look forward to is absolutely beautiful, because with this Queen of Wands here, and I love it, girl. Yes, girl, you better work. Okay, you better work, girl. The confidence that you are exuding, and the fact that you're taking more time to invest in yourself and focusing on self-care, self-love, self-help, working on improving your self-esteem if that was ever an issue. And the work is paying off, boo. I mean, just look at that. She's like, can I help you? I'd be glad to assist you. But just make sure that you come correct, because if you don't, you are going to be the fuck up out of my face. That's what I see. And that is very inspiring. It's inspiring, it's empowering, and that's the energy that you're embodying. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Leo, or a woman that has not just Leo, but also Sagittarius or Aries in her chart. This could be someone that you consider a friend, and this could also be your energy as well, especially if you have those signs in your chart. You are friendly, you're warm, you're welcoming, but you know how to lead. You've reached a point where you've done the inner work, which is a continuous thing. But you're doing the inner work every single day, no matter what people say. And there seems to be some people that are just, they're stuck. They are quite literally stuck. Somebody is very stubborn. They're very lazy. They are a boring individual. They're not going to change. They're stuck in their ways. They're stuck in life. So you may be dealing with someone within your family who could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn male who is very much so stuck in their ways. They're not willing to be open to the perceptions of others. They're not willing to do the work that it takes to get to where they're claiming they want to be and where they claim they want to go. This person's stubbornness, you may have decided to cut off someone like this, especially within the family, right? And for some of you, it could quite literally be someone within the workplace. If this is a boss or somebody at the very top of a company, it could be a CEO or an owner of a company here where they are a tyrant. They abuse their authority and they are very controlling. They will throw anyone under the bus to be able to save their own ass. And it doesn't just have to stop at the workplace. This can embody someone that may have children, a fatherly figure, for example. Someone, for some of you, that may have children with someone. Okay. For some of you, it may be an Aries male within the family. Apply it to your situation. But you'll know, trust me, in these readings, you will know exactly who I'm talking about. It may take you a minute. Okay. But once you process it, you'll know exactly who these people are. These are the type of people you've decided to cut off. Somebody's confused because maybe they're stuck on you. You know, that maybe they're still wanting to speak to you and to maybe try to get in where they fit in with you because they are having money troubles. They're stuck in life and they're not willing to do anything to propel themselves forward. They just want to use other people to be able to get their needs met. But with this here, the moon reversed as the advice, and seeing how there are 4 major arcana here, definitely referring to family and relationships, home and hearth. Major relationships. So this could be immediate family members, siblings, co-workers, if it's workplace related, roommates, even if it's home related, friendships that you may have had for years and they just refuse to do the work. And they're stagnant in life. And you know this, and you're no longer dealing with the BS. And like I said, with this moon reversed here, some of you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer here that is very deceptive, as well as some of these other signs that I've called out, where they're just lazy, they're deceptive, they are stuck in their ways. They don't have any intention or any plans on making changes, the necessary changes to improve their situations. This is the type of person that may spew their negativity and, oh, woe is me, this is happening to me, oh, this happened here, but they're actively doing nothing to fix themselves. Or they may be the type that'll post videos about Black women or post videos about women, like dogging them out, or post videos about just anybody. It could be men and women that they're talking shit about, but their situation is like, their whole attitude is just stank, girl. It's quadruple stank. And the fact that we're focused on bettering ourselves, self-improvement, self-empowerment, self-development, self-confidence, we realize, no, we don't need to surround ourselves with people that just refuse to change. Especially if this is family related. No, we're not dealing with someone that refuses to change or refuses to be receptive to the perceptions and the emotions and viewpoints of those around them. They just want to think that they have everything figured out, and they really don't. And now they're sitting around like this because they don't know what to do at this point. And because you're no longer coming in to play Captain Save-A-Ho, now they're confused. I don't understand that, but it's because you're deciding, I'm not reviving this anymore. The things that these types of people have done and said to you showed their lack of morality, showed their lack of integrity, showed their lack of, good intent. And you decided, I'm not going to revive this. Again, another card with the number 2. Well, since it's a 20, boils down to a 2. So you've made a multitude of decisions to benefit your bottom line so you can make progress in your life, because you don't want to stay like this. You don't want to stay stuck in life. You don't want to deal with people that are lazy. They're not willing to put any effort into getting to know you, put any effort into their own lives, put any effort into making a positive change. They just want to follow the crowd, and they want the quick money, and they want the easy lick, and they just want, to use people around them to be able to get their bottom line and needs met. But this is what you're focused on. You're focused on building. You're focused on, training, getting the necessary training that you need to be able to build a firm foundation for yourself. Some of you guys quite literally may be getting communication from a new job or seeking new employment because you're dealing with a boss that has done nothing but abuse their power. They control the hours. They control, who gets what. They may be the type that, rewards people that kiss their behind, quite literally, and you won't do it. And you've never been one to do that. You just go and do your job, and that's it. And someone is just still refusing to create a good environment for their employees, especially if this is father related. Some of you guys could have a father, quite literally, like instead of having kids with someone and referring to that fatherly figure, some of you may be dealing with your father or a fatherly figure, uncles, what have you, that embody this prideful sort of vibe. Like they're very prideful, they're very presumptuous. They presume to know who you are, even though they have no clue, asked absolutely zero questions about who you are as a person to see where your mind's at. They know nothing about your life. They know nothing about why it is that you do the things that you do and what you love to do and what you don't like and all. They don't care to know that. They just want to act like they have it all figured out. They're very arrogant and they think that they can get away with this, and it's just not working because at this point, you've decided, I'm not putting any more time into this. You could be dealing with somebody with a personality disorder, cluster B personality disorder. So whether that's psychopathy, narcissistic, or quite literally a full-blown narcissist, sociopathy, etc., etc. And they're not willing. First of all, their prefrontal cortex is not even developed. So that's already in and of itself the main root cause of why they'll never change. But not only that, they refuse to do the inner work. It takes inner work, like I said at the beginning of this video. And then you'll start to see through action and follow through that these things start to develop for you. You start to see things manifest in the tangible realm that shows you the evidence that your efforts and actions and steps taken are working in your favor. And somebody is still stuck on their viewpoint of you. They're very arrogant. And that will be their downfall. Somebody could have been really defensive with you, or multiple people even could have been really defensive with you because they see that you're strong. They see that you're confident and that you're beautiful and that you're attractive. And that you're going out and you're able to lead not only yourself, but lead those within your team, within your group, or within your platform. For those of you that may be content creators that are actually out here trying to spread messages of substance instead of tearing other people down for a quick paycheck, which is just the scummiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I've seen worse, obviously, but in that aspect, it's like, Ew. And then they really think that they have the authority to tell someone who they are, that if they're pretty or ugly, or if they, deserve good or not, because of their assumptions of people they don't even know. Make it make sense. So with that said, you decided no, we're not putting any more time into this. We're not going to be dealing with people that are hesitating with us. If they're not going to take action towards whatever it is that they say that they're wanting out of life and trying to do, we're not putting any more time into it. If they're not reciprocating the effort that we give to them, if they're not initiating conversation, if they're not really trying to get to know you, if they're not really trying to, actually be on the same level that you are, which is striving for greatness, which is actually trying to help those around you also strive for greatness and trying to build others up instead of trying to tear people down for a couple of pennies to rub together. We've decided no, absolutely not, absolute and totally not. You can keep that. You can keep all of that. Now let's go ahead and clarify this, because as I'm looking at the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling to clarify, 10 of Cups, you are emotionally fulfilled. For some of you, you guys quite literally are focused on family members that actually support you, that actually genuinely love you, that actually call to check on you. It's like, and this is funny because from personal experience, I've had many family members go behind my back saying all this other stuff. And then when I come on here to tell my truth, now all of a sudden it's a problem. What? Because they're getting exposed? What? Because I'm not going to accept the abuse and I'm not going to allow people to get away with spreading malicious, vicious gossip that is quite literally untrue and really describing them? That is not my problem. Okay? Because if these people genuinely cared, they would have contacted me, checked on me, asked what was going on with me from the beginning, instead of going behind the back saying all these things. So, with that said, that could be very similar to what you're dealing with and what you've decided to no longer deal with. What was this Emperor reversed? Interesting. So 3 cards just, make that 4, girl. 4 cards popped out. We're going to use it. Guys, keep going. Keep going, because people are trying to throw all these obstacles in your way. They're being defensive. They're putting up walls because they know that they're not going to change. They don't want to change. So therefore, they're going to try to turn it around on you to make you seem like you are the problem, when really they know that they have always been the problem and will always be the problem. And I see with this Queen of Cups, for those of you that have Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio in your chart as a woman here, I do see that you are emotionally balanced. Intuition on point, girl. Okay. And the fact that you decided to move on is where you start to see your victory. You're maintaining your control and your focus and your drive and your motivation, and you start to see things develop. If you guys are looking for a new home, contracts are on the table for that. You will find what it is that you need in regards to that. But there's somebody, and this is so funny how this looks together as I put it down. I'm going to show you how they're facing each other, right? So we have someone here in the middle, holding a load. I always feel like this is somebody moving, right? And then you have this Emperor reverse. Look at how it looks, right? Here we are offering our cup of love, wanting to connect. And then you have somebody here with this yuck mouth, stank face, bobble-headed ass, oodle and noodle eating ass dude right here, whoever this is, acting like he's too good for all this. But really in the background, this person is complete and utter literal garbage. Okay? How are you going to be a human glad bag trying to act like you're high value? Okay? So that's where the moving forward comes in. Okay? And so with that said, Focusing on the self and embodying who you are as an individual and standing out from the crowd. Writing your ideas down, journaling. Some of you guys have been journaling more, writing your creative ideas down, and actually taking steps to complete these things, complete these tasks. Some of you guys are reaching out to someone here. It could be a younger fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it could be a situation where some of you could be mothers of daughters that maybe you're dealing with someone that you may have had a child with in this case, and you're just focused on, nurturing your child and, raising them to be genuinely good people who won't come online or won't go out in society tearing others down and destroying the community, acting as though they really have a voice that is significant enough to be heard. We're realizing that, if this person would stoop this low to make videos tearing other people down, or to go in society and try to ruffle the feathers of those around them, we know that people like that are low value, if they even have any value at all. So therefore, what they have to say and their opinions, mind you, I said opinions, not facts, opinions of the people that they talk about, we realize that has no substance or significance. And I think that's why somebody's upset, because they're always going to be stuck where they are, and people are starting to find them out. Who's this Knight of Pentacles reversed? Are we going in today, honey? So with this Wheel of Fortune reverse coming out again, right? And this Page of Pentacles reversed, it looks like somebody is just not who they say they are. And they've been gossiping, you've realized that some of the people that you've had around you are not good friends at all. Some of you guys could be dealing with issues of being easily distracted. And that's where the stagnance is coming in regards to money. And when it comes to family members, especially when I brought up gossip earlier, it's kind of crazy how this kind of ties together as I'm going, because the gossip within the family and the workplace, that's where some of these unexpected changes and all this stuff is coming in. Maybe you decided, no, I'm going to put a stop to this. I'm not dealing with the gossip in the workplace. I'm not going to be dealing with people that claim to be my friends or claim to be trying to help me, but really they're not. And it's so funny because I'm seeing twin flame energy coming here. And I'm not the type to be using that as a gimmick on this channel. I'm just telling you what I see. Because I see the Queen of Cups from earlier, right? And then you have the King of Cups, right? So I feel like, and it really should be looking like this, right? Because I feel like they're looking at each other. And you could be finding someone that is really of like mind and like spirit, equally yoked. And it results in a relationship here. I feel like the love is genuine here for those that have actually been focused on people that genuinely do show love and support. For those that actually are dealing with suitors that actually align with what it is that we're looking for. Instead of talking about people that we don't want, we're now focusing on talking about the things, the people, and the places we do want. And therein goes back to what I was saying in the beginning about it manifesting in the physical realm. And these people are really big mad about it. Like, it's like, okay, who cares? Who cares what you think about my decision or me as a person or whatever? Because, honey, the truth is already out. Like, you're standing your ground. The truth is already out, honey. Like, the fact that you stood your ground against these people that refuse to grow the fuck up. They refuse to be better and do better. They just want to sit around and complain and talk shit all day, not realizing that they're feeding into the problem and also a part of the problem in doing that. Right? So, whoever this is, Queen of Swords reversed, some of us may have gotten to a point to where it's like, you know what? Fuck you. Right? And that's not directed at anybody here when I say that. I'm just saying, some of us are embodying this energy where we're saying, quite literally, fuck you and everything that you got to say and believe. Because, no. Some of us could be dealing with someone that is quite literally a mean girl. Like, she is a bitch. Like, for real. For no reason, though. Like, it's unwarranted bitchiness, right? You're trying to be friendly. Like I said, here you are. You're friendly. You're confident. You're beautiful. You're taking good care of yourself. You're open. You're warm. You're welcoming. You're able to lead. You know how to, you have the confidence to be competent at whatever it is that you're saying, doing, and everything that you are. And you have this person here that's just quite literally a bitch. Like, she's mad because she can't reach your level, because this person is over emotional. She's cold. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra woman. And, the fact that you stood your ground, you aren't letting it affect you in that way. You're not letting it throw you off your square. Show me the strength. I'm telling you, with this tower, somebody's ivory tower is going to come the fuck down, because people are seeing you out and about. You're showing up for yourself. You're showing up for the people that do matter. You're showing up for the causes that do matter in life. You're not sitting around twiddling your thumbs, talking shit online like that. Those people that I was describing earlier, it's like, what are you doing? Like, you don't see that the very people that you're talking down about describes you because you do low vibrational things that you're judging others for? It's very just, it's out of there. It's out of there, girl. Okay. But the Page of Wands, girl, I'm telling you, this came out again. Clarifying the Strength card. A lot of us are very free-spirited. Some people don't like that about us. We're very intuitive. We are emotionally balanced. I just heard this in my head. Somebody knows or has said to us before, you're too good to be true. And so they automatically dismiss you because they don't believe it. They've never experienced it before. But you are quite literally who you say you are, and they're seeing that. And so they see that you're very friendly, that you're very passionate, you're inspirational, you're inspired. And I think a part of them knows that they're not willing to do the work. And so they just want to attack you for it. But again, it's not working because you're standing your ground and you're coming out on top of the competition, boo. Show me this Ace of Swords. So they see that you are healing and reaching a place of forgiveness. So you're finding forgiveness of the self, and you're forgiving those that just quite literally just choose to be garbage human beings, because you realize, you know what, I'm not going to hold on to this poisonous anger and vitriol and hostility, because it only affects me in the end. It's not going to change those people. But the fact that you decide to speak your truth and actually be yourself, people don't like that because they're not being themselves. They know that they're not they don't have any integrity. They're not really trying to value those around them. They're not grateful for what they have out of life. They just want to tear other people down because it makes them feel better. Or they think it does make them feel better. It doesn't. It makes them worse. It makes them look bad. And it shows that they're nothing by choice, which is even crazier. So it's like, how are y'all sitting on the internet talking shit, but here you are actively showing how ill-equipped you are to be of high value. Okay? Show me the Hermit. Girl, I'm telling you. So the Ten of Cups and the Justice reverse. Yes, somebody did something illegal. And they got legal troubles, they got money troubles. It could be a Virgo specifically, or a Capricorn, or a Taurus male. Okay. And then I also see Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, female, a younger female. Okay. It could be someone that has reached out to you. Maybe you blocked this person or they blocked you. You could have decided, you know what, I'm not dealing with this anymore, or dealing with the fact that maybe if you did block them, then it's because of the gossip. It's because they weren't changing and they're stagnant and stubborn. They're not really looking to grow, and you want to grow, and you are growing. And some of you guys have found mentors. Quite literally, or you're seeking mentorship in regards to, the spiritual community. You're looking to spiritual advisors, or you yourself may be wanting to become a spiritual advisor, a life coach. Some of you guys may be going into law. Some of you guys may be going or interested in going into, politics or what have you. And there are a lot of people that are fighting amongst themselves, trying to challenge you, because they're all feeling like, oh, I need to compete with this person so they don't take my spot, not realizing that there's no spot to take. Everybody can have a spot at the table. They don't see it that way, and they'll never see it that way. The moon reversed, and that's really sad. That's actually, they don't realize how much they're limiting themselves, all the while thinking that they're doing something, talking about somebody that doesn't care about what they're saying. 5 of Cups. I see that there's a lot of grief that we're still working through for some of us. There's still some anxiety about some things, some fears about some things, because you don't know what's going on with some of the attitude shifts with certain people, or maybe somebody else is feeling anxious and fearful because, and regrets, because they know what they did to you, and they know that they just feel like it's too late for them. But that, again, another self-limiting belief. Judgment reversed. And they're not willing to listen to anybody else who could possibly help them pull themselves out of that hole. But they may have dug themselves so deep with some of the negative things they choose to say and do and be, that it's just, they're too far gone. Now, this Knight of Swords reverse, I feel like somebody's trying to steal somebody's information. They're trying to, cause harm. It's a ticking time bomb. Somebody's really pissed off. They're pissed that you aren't caring about what it is that they say about you. You're not caring about the things that they try to do to slander your name, to try to get other people to turn against you. It doesn't work on you. And matter of fact, not only did you block them, but you decided, you know what? Like, I know what this is about. It could be, for some of us, it could quite literally be somebody is dealing with somebody that doesn't like darker skinned people, or vice versa. This could be a situation where somebody is wanting to harm somebody just because they feel like they're better than someone because they have fair skin, or because they live in this area, or whatever reason, right? And I feel like there could be situations regarding road rage, situations regarding, somebody impulsively getting angry about any little thing that's said. They're moving too quick. They're like they're not even thinking before they act, and it's going to end in a crash and burn scenario for them. Somebody is actively out there trying to harm you, and it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And they're just pissed off because you decided to let them go. Like, you're no longer dealing with their mess. You saw through them. Show me this Knight of Wands reversed. Yeah, somebody's pissed that you don't want to revive things with them. So somebody is really sitting up here trying to disturb your sleep, or somebody's trying to incite fear or doubts within you, because they themselves know that they have done nothing to better themselves, and they don't plan on doing anything to better themselves. So they're trying to bring you down to their level, basically. And you decided, I'm not putting any more time into this. People are being really defensive with you, and you're like, what the fuck is this? What's going on with this? It's because somebody has been going around actively trying to spread lies. And, it's kind of funny because this is so on point. I'm not even going to lie to you. There are some things in this reading that are so close to home that it's unreal, because I've dealt with that, still dealing with that, and I don't care. If somebody decides to listen to somebody else without having been involved in the situation, without having known me or having to hear what's going on with me, and they just automatically believe it like a bumbling fool, that's not the kind of person that I would ever want to be around, because that is disgusting. It's yucky. Those people don't think for themselves. Those people don't have critical thinking skills because they're choosing to listen to someone else. First of all, listening to gossip. Don't even know the source that they're getting it from, but they'll take a paycheck to go ahead and spread the gossip around. Make that make sense. So, of course, these are not good people, and they're pissed because their shit is not working. And they see you recovering, like if you were dealing with an illness, or, if you were dealing with money troubles and issues with living situation, that's done. And they know that it's done. They threw everything, including the kitchen sink. They threw the baby with the bathwater at you. And none of it's going to work, because none of it has worked. Especially when you are a child of God. You quite literally have established that relationship with God. So if they go against you and you work for God, they're going against God. So now they're running around in circles, trying to steal information, trying to figure out where you're at and what you're doing and who you're doing it with. And it's a very sad state of affairs that they're going to crash and burn in. And you're watching it in real time. But see, you have stood your ground. And when that truth comes out, it is over. It's over. You're still taking care of yourself. You're still confident. You're not letting anybody take you off your square. So keep doing what you're doing, y'all. I know this reading was quite long, but it's been a little while, and I wanted to go a little bit deeper this time around. And I wanted to drive the point home that these people aren't going to get away with this, because they know what's coming for them. For all the things that they said and did against you, not realizing who you really were, especially being a chosen one. For real. Not a chosen one by people. A chosen one by God, the Almighty God. The one that you've been establishing a relationship with. They can't go against that. That is, they can't go against what created them. That doesn't even make any sense. And these people are so low IQ, low vibrational, they will never understand the gravity of what they have now just done against themselves. They have quite literally cursed themselves in a major way, while they get to watch you rise to the top, maintaining your confidence, maintaining your leadership position, and maintaining your goals right in front of their stank ass faces. So that is all that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And guys, if you'd like to book a private reading, all of my information will be in the description box below. And until next time, stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.